Thank you very much, Dr. Spencer. Colleagues, members of the Fourth Estate, I was away, I came back 48 hours ago, and I've been listening to a number of allegations, so my party and I decided that we will come and address some of these issues directly. So I have some prepared remarks, and they will be distributed as well at the end. So I'll read. Ladies and gentlemen of the Fourth Estate, my attention has been drawn to a series of articles alleging that I am currently a United States citizen and therefore cannot contest as Member of Parliament and subsequently for the presidency of Sierra Leone. I was away from Sierra Leone and returned 2 days ago when the debate was raging. I have convened you here today to respond to these allegations against me during the past week. I decided that in the interest of the public, there is need to clear the air and set the record straight. It is a fact that I have had dual nationality. It is also a fact that I renounced the US citizenship to fully comply with the 1991 Constitution. I believe the Constitution is supreme, and I am strongly of the view that the President, as fountain of honor and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, must have allegiance to only the country he or she leads or will be leading. Thus, voluntarily and because of my firm commitment to serve Sierra Leone, I renounced my US citizenship to ensure that I fully qualify to run for Parliament, to represent my people of Samu in the Cambia district, and to contest the position of President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. In other words, I made sure that I did not violate Section 76, 1A of the 1991 Constitution. Today, before my formal nomination at the National Electoral Commission, I categorically say to you, the people of Sierra Leone, to you, the people of Sierra Leone, that as of this moment, I do not hold any other nationality, nor do I have allegiance to any other country. I want to make it clear, for the avoidance of any doubt, that I am a citizen of one country in the world right now, and that is the Republic of Sierra Leone. And I repeat, my dear compatriots, that I renounced my US citizenship because I believe it is an obligation and a call to duty to do so when you are running for the highest office. Let me now show you copies of this vaunted certificate. Yeah? This is the certificate of loss of nationality of the United States government. Yeah? Now, I would have circulated this, but I have heard that the APC is so scared. This was their last play, and they might want to do litigation. I'm ready for them, but I have it. And I give you permission, yeah? I give you permission to go to the United States Embassy. They have an embassy here, to ask whether indeed I am their citizen or not. The other document is called the Oath and Affirmation of Renunciation of Nationality of the United States government. I have all my documentation ready. You have to put it in context. I have held very high positions. I have spent time with presidents. I have advised governments on public policy. I know the procedures and steps for things that I have to do. So yes, I renounce the US citizenship because I am convinced that at this moment, at this time in history, I should be serving the people of Sierra Leone to save them from this kleptocracy and manipulation we have. Concerning the alleged Austrian citizenship, this is totally not true, because Austria does not allow dual citizenship. All you have to do is Google. Go check for yourself. You will see Foreign Affairs in the Austrian website. You can't hold two. So that's totally off. So for those who were thinking that it is 3 SIM or 4 SIM, no, not been 2 SIM, but the other SIM not there again. Now 1 SIM there now. Thus, people are free to check the Austrian consul also in Sierra Leone, as they are free to check the US Embassy. That said, I encourage all leaders currently running for parliament and presidency to also come clean and declare their status as I have done. Same way. People are holding me to the highest standard. We all are trying to run for president. An allegation was made against me. My spokesperson in the Austrian website. You can't hold two. So that's totally off. So for those who were thinking that it is 3 SIM or 4 SIM, no, not been 2 SIM, but the other SIM not there again. Now 1 SIM there now. Thus, people are free to check the procedures and steps for things that I have to do. So yes, I renounce the US citizenship because I am convinced that at this moment, at this time in history, I should be serving the people of Sierra Leone to save them from this kleptocracy and manipulation we have. Concerning the alleged Austrian citizenship, this is totally not true, because Austria does not allow dual citizenship. All you have to do is Google. Go check for yourself. You will see Foreign Affairs in the Austrian website. You can't hold two. So that's totally off. So for those who were thinking that it is 3 SIM or 4 SIM, no, not been 2 SIM, but the other SIM not there again. Now 1 SIM there now. Thus, people are free to check the Austrian consul also in Sierra Leone, as they are free to check the US Embassy. That said, I encourage all leaders currently running for parliament and presidency to also come clean and declare their status as I have done. Same way. People are holding me to the highest standard. We all are trying to run for president. An allegation was made against me. My spokesperson spoke to you. The campaign manager spoke to you. I chose to come and talk to you myself and make my own declaration. Yeah? So I expect others to do the same who have similar allegations against them. I have taken this step advisedly to inform the people of Sierra Leone because I respect and honor them, and I believe they deserve an explanation from me. NGC, we said yes. Anything, we face the public. We talk to them. That's why we also are looking forward to presidential debates. But on another note, I have followed with keen interest the debates on the differing views that have been proffered on interpretation of Section 76, subsection 1 of the Constitution of Sierra Leone, Act number 6 of 1991. It is refreshing to note that suddenly, respect for the 1991 Constitution has taken center stage. Now let me turn to the broader issue of dual citizenship. Sierra Leoneans were granted the right to dual citizenship by the efforts of Alhaji Ahmed Tijan Kaba, an honorable statesman who healed this nation after 11 years of a very divisive and dehumanizing civil war. He made every effort to unify this nation by encouraging tolerance and forgiveness. He recognized the rights of the hundreds of thousands of our brothers and sisters living abroad and their families to identify with their motherland. And through the Act of Parliament, he granted us all dual citizenship. He also encouraged political pluralism and voluntarily relinquished power when his time was over. What we see now is a leadership determined to divide Sierra Leoneans for purely selfish reason to hold on to power. It is a cabal, unlike Ahmed Tijan cabal, making the effort to unify us. Others are doing everything to divide this nation, even at the 11th hour when their time is finishing. Today, our democracy is under siege, and our constitution is being abused by a cabal that is convinced that they must hold on to power by any means possible. When he was in opposition, His Excellency Ernest Bai Koroma courted, pleaded with the diaspora to support him, and they helped to propel him to power. In fact, it is rumored right now that 6% of his ministers, 6 of his ministers and deputy ministers have dual nationality. This is not only deeply hypocritical, but also a violation of the 1991 Constitution. This is a shame. This is a shame. When people wanted power, they were running to the diaspora. Atlanta in particular, it is no surprise that 3-4 people from Atlanta were appointed. Immediately they took over. They didn't know about the law. Or else, it is the typical style of some in governance. They use you, they abuse you, and they dump you. President Koroma cannot claim, and I repeat, President Koroma cannot claim to have been ignorant about the conflict between the 2006 Citizenship Amendment and the Constitution, because the issue was brought to his attention twice during his 10-year tenure. The Peter Tucker Commission, a Constitutional Review Commission, raised the issue, and the Justice Kawan CRC also raised it and recommended amending the Constitution, but the government white paper rejected the recommendation. The government white paper rejected. How can Mr. President claim he didn't know? He was in the opposition in Parliament. He doesn't know the laws of Sierra Leone. He claims that experience is valuable. He wants to tell me that he was appointing ministers, tens of them, and others to high positions. He didn't know the law, and he was a lawmaker. He wants to tell me that when they were debating the CRC report in cabinet, they didn't tell him about that section. Hypocrisy. This is totally wrong. It is a deliberate attempt to divide this nation. Deliberate attempt. He cannot say he didn't. Let us assume he didn't know. What is the Attorney General doing in this country? What is he doing? He didn't advise his president? All this time they are appointing people about the provisions in the government and in the Constitution. If you take another issue, if they were honest, you want to say diasporans cannot apply for APC symbol, you start with asking your ministers to resign who are dual nationals. You don't... Of the 1991 Constitution states as follows, and I quote, "There shall be, in addition to the office of Vice President, such other offices of ministers and deputy ministers as may be established by the President, as may be established by the President." So, the President, as appointer of ministers, has a responsibility not to violate the Constitution when he is making ministerial appointments. Section 2A states, a person shall not be appointed a minister or deputy minister unless he is qualified to be elected as a member of Parliament. Do you really believe that our president did not know this? Of course he knew. So if he has been appointing dual citizens as ministers, giving them symbols of his party to run for parliament, of course he knew he was violating the law and violating the constitution. So what is happening here? Constitutions are sacred. Those of us who did a little bit of government or did public policy, I taught public policy. I have been advising governments on public policy. You cannot use a constitution to hunt people. But you know, they get used to it. This nation sat here. When the vice president was sacked, some of us wrote articles saying it is wrong. But you get used to it. After all, Saloma no go do nothing. This is not about Saloma no more. This is about our nation and our children. We will challenge this. We will challenge this. Enough is enough. 7 weeks to the end of a 10-year term. In fact, we give Bunyase. The term for Rondon November. We don't give Bunyate much. But why you manipulated the end? I'm being blunt now. Because this is an orchestrated, carefully choreographed. But it is typical of this governance system. The same diasporans supported them. Some came here. They didn't tell them anything. It was all cooked at State House. Where do they give certificates for symbols? The supreme authority is always involved and being direct, because this is orchestrated by State House. I have my documents. I have my documents. Yes, I have my certificate of renunciation from the State Department. But we did not raise the issue. We did not raise it. The government raised it. We can also read constitutions. We have lawyers. We have many lawyers and judges who are part of our party. This country belongs to all of us. We cannot allow a small group of people raping our constitution continuously. When they like, let me tell you more. It was wrong to dismiss Aderena Thomas. No one has the right to dismiss a Chief Justice in this country. No one. But in 2007, nobody not talk. It is wrong to remove a governor of the central bank. You cannot even appoint a minister. But we sit on at this country the last 2 years. The governor of the central bank is protected by law. Because why? Those of us who are economists, we know you want to separate monetary policy from politics. But then pull central bank governor, nobody not talk. Of course you go pull vice president, say, nobody not talk. Now what do? You take the same constitution, last minute, as if you are holier than thou. Then one way one APC symbol, not forget that. You know, be know all this thing. You use the normal. But what you did was illegal too and unconstitutional. This is a repeated abuse of our constitution. We have to tell Ernest Koroma, no. We are politicians now. It is not about him. We have said he is not running. Do the honorable thing like Tijan Kaba. Because he loved this nation. He took himself out of politics. Say, let the election go. Because he was trying to build a democracy. What do we have now? I live in the neighborhood. The whole streets are blocked for 1 week. Because why? Every symbol has to be given in the state lodge. It's an abuse of that house. There has to be standards and dignity in this country. There has to be standards and dignity. If you don't have standards, everything is low level. You destroy a nation. So what do you do now? 7 weeks before leaving power, you decide to find a clause. Even the spokesman today, I'm happy he told everybody he's a Canadian. Yeah, but he shouldn't worry. Because when NGC wins, we will remove the discriminatory nature of Section 76. We'll remove it. Abdoulaye Conte, His Excellency Abdoulaye Conte already, he's our best legal mind in the country. I know that. I've been with him international. I know his reputation. He even advised. CRC advised. Who stopped it? Government white paper. Oh, you knew it then, but you're only discovering it now? Hypocrisy. Look, my dear brothers and sisters, we are not in politics because we want power by any means. We are in politics because Sierra Leone is bigger than an individual or people. But they are not alone. Where was SLPP? Where was SLPP? Where was the opposition for 10 years? You sit in parliament. SLPP. You sit in parliament.
They are violating the constitution, giving symbols to people who come with cash to defeat your own candidate, and you allow it for 10 years? It's a conspiracy of silence. This is why we tell you, you need something new. Each one wants to inherit the same bad machine. If this be not well, the constitution means that they use them to my advantage. That's the slogan for them. SLPP is complicit here too. But it is the same way in this nation. They allowed all kinds of bills to pass through that parliament, looting this nation 24/7. Even the last day of parliament, 7th of December, 2017, I have shown you, none of you have gone back to do the research. Go look at those companies that are now owners of your minerals. Ask yourself, who owns it? Not to Unayom Pikin and Geta. Why 2-3 people for farm company, then they own bauxite mine na Port Loko? Now then grandpa then been given. When I've been doing anything from colonial time, saying it's a low man get minerals in this country. Waiting you now. You go research who owns those companies. I just came here from Metke to look at a school that was demolished. And when you hear certain names coming up in certain things in this country, you should sit up. The corruption is a cabal. You should sit up. You ask who owns the bauxite concessions in Port Loko. Port Loko people, I tell you, ask the question, who owns SL Mining? Who now owns the Port Loko bauxite deposit? The same set of people robbing us, abusing our constitution, and they think we are all dumb. NGC is here to stay. NGC is here to stay. APC know they scared we. This last minute maneuver, well, all go meet up in a court. We lawyered already. But yes, una self you and say 3 sim 4 sim. Yeah, I don't count today. I get me certificate. Una this year I no get her. I be for Sheba, but I they wait for una. Why they hear say legal? I even hear it now. Because something and they will get for talking at the campaign. I don't make una not want me there. We go ask you to get SL Mining. And not say me life there at risk. Then they warn me for the past 3 weeks, all kind of intelligence information. Hey, my life self are not afraid now. But for the sake of Salone, we will stand up to you. We will stand up to you. Now you are leaving. You are leaving power. What do you do? What do you do? 7 weeks before, you try to pit diasporans against locals. We are all Sierra Leoneans, for God's sake. And diasporans, I tell you, we will fight for your voting rights. When we come, you have the right to vote. You not get for pay $2,000 for camp. If the law for change, we will change the law. It's not impossible. We don't see other countries that they do. Guinea man they vote now. Why we Saloma not for vote na Guinea? I assure you, we will change that law. But Section 76, would they go ask them why we sabi law pete one? Not so we Attorney General will they ask. Because I go allow all the things they go on at this country. By the way, but you say I a allegation of below left and a lawyer, they no can be going to court. But you say now for check the household. Now for check the house. If you know they point finger at people, they not forget say more they point by you. But this is wrong. Put your country first. Don't play tricks with people to divide a nation. So I am here. I came by myself. With the support of my party, Andrew, my running mate is here. We know NGC people get ready full force by the laws of Sierra Leone under our constitution. We will go and register on Saturday and do our nomination. It is our inalienable right to go to NEC and present our candidature. Whatever proof they have, we have. If they need authorization to fly to the United States State Department, we'll buy a ticket for them too. But let others come. Media, don't hold me to one high standard that goes to the moon and hold people low here in the mud. No, we all know the same standard. We expect others to come forward as well. It is a challenge I'm throwing. It's a challenge I'm throwing. That's why I'm standing in front of you. So with that, we will circulate my written text. I hope I didn't leave out other stuff that we had. They wanted to discipline me so that I go according to script. But I'm speaking my mind because I am here for NGC, for the people of Sierra Leone, and yes, Salone can force.